Today, the Air Force lines up the survivors. A group of 7 students, all inspired by a recurring dream, winning their wings. Around the world, the Wings badge is attached to the coveted rank of a military pilot, a sign that you've earned the right to the toughest jobs in the flying world. Nearly half the candidates who sign up for pilot training in the New Zealand Air Force don't get this far. The click of a shutter will launch 7 who have into the final phase of their course. Today they start basic jet training on the Mackie. It's a 4-month journey into heaven and hell as they chase their own set of wings. At least one of them will be chopped between now and graduation.
That's it, nice and relaxed, nice and easy. 3, 2, 1, and...
Climbing into one of these sleek Air Mackie training jets is the reward for 15 months of struggle. First, it means fighting your way into the Air Force ahead of hundreds of other candidates who also want to fly one. It's time for the students to take charge. And you've got to be apprehensive when you're accountable for $8 million of Her Majesty's very expensive jet.
For the solo, I'll get you to write up what you're going to do. If in doubt, you know what to do. Go round, be conservative, and keep your eyes and ears out.
Now it's just sort of going through emotions, get out to the end. But once I actually take off and start yabba 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 yabba, oh, there's no one in the back talking back to me. So that's when it gets you.
Megan gets a groundie to record the proud moment on film.
Yeah, we're going to get a bit of sun off the canopy there.
There's no instructor in the rear seat, but he'll be watching from the control tower.
2-64, yeah, clear for takeoff.
2-64. All right. Open deputy, filming officer, good Ian, no worries, of course.
The cockpit video records what Megan's seeing and everything she says to air traffic control, or herself.
Even... Those are really fine brakes. Yeah. Black, open deputy, filming officer, good. Here's that lights out, flips. Up and indicating hatch covered.
This full-on week of check rides starts with Arnie. His own instructor, Whitey, will be assessing all of these tests.
Okay, grab a seat. Okay, IPT, I've got a profile written up here which you can copy down at the end. What I'm looking here today for is safe handling in the cloud.
Shortly after takeoff, Arnie fails to follow an instruction from the control tower.
Can we have the seat heading within what distance?
2 miles.
2 miles. You probably need that dialed up with control.
Yeah, Professor.
From here, you fail the IPT, you get 2 practice rides or two rides in order to sort out the problems you had, and then you get 1 more ride, which is your final ride. And if you fail that, then you're recommended for suspension, which is on your bike.
Having a top ride is scary. It's bad.
Just have a bad day, well, that's 2 bad days in a row, and that's it. It's over. Pack your bags, go home.
Nervous, of course, and at the same time you've got to try and avoid being nervous as much as possible, because it's your last chance.
We're on instrument approach with a Haki control going to Palmerston North. I let Arnie push in there on the approach. We were down to about 600 feet AGL above the ground. Heading in there towards the runway, still no call to Palmerston, and I let it go into 2 miles, at which point I took control of the radio.
Falcon 71, Roger, report again prior to missed approach, and confirm your missed approach is to the northwest.
Falcon 71, missed approach currently 250, radial climbing 4,000, walk down.
If we'd continued with our missed approach without talking to Palmy, potential was there for a near miss or a problem with that Saab on climb out. So if I hadn't taken the radio, it could have been quite ugly.
Yeah, Falcon 71, Roger, copy. Control. Copy, joining for the right-hand circuit.
Whitey takes over with the Palmerston North runway just 300 metres below the nose. He can see the Ansett passenger flight taking off, heading in the same direction. Arnie immediately realises that he's up against the wall and desperately tries to explain the mistake away.
I didn't take the safety tower, sir.
No, you didn't. I did that at 2 miles.
Well, I knew that was the last chance I had, that everything depended on it.
feel sorry for him, but you know, if I take it back to would I want my family travelling on an aircraft that he was flying, have the same problem? No.
For nearly 2 years, Arnie's course mates have supported his pursuit of a dream. The news is shattering.
I just couldn't believe that he was sitting there and he said no. I said, well, what do you mean no? And he was like, no, it didn't pass.
Really didn't know what to say to the guy. I said, so Arnie, has there been a decision yet? And he just said, what decision? I've been chopped.
In Falcon 6-8.
After more than 60 flights and nearly 80 hours in the Mackie, Q reaches his final handling test. The last flight of the course is a check ride. You can still fail.
Really looking for you to put your best professional effort forward.
This is his last ride in the Mackie. And just to make life more complicated, his final handling test is not with one of the instructors, but their boss, Wing Commander Gore. The final handling test is a series of general flying and aerobatics, including spins, vertical 360s, horizontal figure eights, loops, and other manoeuvres. It's a chance to show off some hard-won skills, but the pressure is on until you get to the ground and hear the magic words, "You've passed."